I have a question for the Premier. Premier, last summer there was a stag and doe that took place at your home in Toronto, a fundraiser for your daughter, according to reports that we've developed. I'm wondering, there were people at that home of yours who were developers who were asked to make sizable contributions. One source told us that that amount was $1,000 and that it was, quote, dodgy. I'm wondering whether you'd be prepared to disclose which developers were at your home for that fundraiser and how you assure the people of Ontario that you can put your personal life and public policy apart and that one has nothing to do with the other.
Yeah, Sean, well, you know something, my daughter's number one and her husband, which is a police officer, is private citizens. I know the difference of what we should and shouldn't do. Our family's been in politics for 30 years. We know tens of thousands of people. And, you know, I went to the Integrity Commissioner. He cleared it 1,000%, not 999, 1,000%. But it's really personal. And, you know, this is my daughter's wedding. And I think that's the first time that's ever come out in Canadian history, someone asking about someone's daughter's wedding. But anyways, it's cleared with the Integrity Commissioner. One
follow-up then, Premier. The reality is, though, that since the election, you've changed your position on development of the Greenbelt. There were developers there, according to the sources. And is it not a reasonable question to find out if there's nothing to hide, why won't you say who was in attendance when people were asked to contribute money to that event? Yeah, well, first of all, it was cleared by the Integrity Commissioner. I'm going to address this Greenbelt for the 1000th time. Number one, Sean, I didn't hear any media under the previous government when they changed it 17 times. We increased the Greenbelt. Since I've been elected, the Greenbelt is 2,000 acres larger than previously done. This property is owned privately, not by the province or anything. We have a housing crisis. And when they changed it, the previous government 17 times and no one said a word, we didn't have a housing crisis. We have a housing crisis. As you heard in my speech, over 300,000 people are coming to our province. We need to build homes. And these existing projects, they have the criteria. They're right butt up against an existing community. So you have a community on one side of the street. On the other side of the street, there's an open field. And so we need homes. We're going to build homes. We need to build 1.5 million homes. Our economy is growing rapidly. We're short 380,000 people to fill these jobs. And we're going to do everything we can to continue building homes. But I just want to remind everyone, the Greenbelt is larger under our administration than any time in the history of this province by over 2,000 acres. I think it's probably 2,500 acres. And we'll make sure the Greenbelt's always larger. But thank you for the question.
Hi, Premier. Mike Crawley from CBC News, not to be confused with Mike Crawley from Northland Power. So, Premier, you keep mentioning that the Integrity Commissioner cleared you of this, but you didn't go to the Integrity Commissioner until about 5 months after the event happened. So, why did you take that long to go? And how are people supposed to believe that you weren't aware of the donations that were being given? To your daughter by these developers.
Thank you for the question again. Let me paint it this way, Mike. You know, I'm sure you two have kids. Nothing is more personal and private than your family. And going to a stag is not unusual for anyone listening, you know, but more importantly, this is something very private and personal to our family. And by the way, you know, he's a police officer. There was endless amounts of police officers. Is there a conflict that we give billions of dollars to police agencies and services around the province? No. You know, this is nothing, in my opinion, that should involve my daughter that is just not involved in politics. So I appreciate you keep asking, but anyways, it's a private family situation, and that's all it is. And by the way, I have 2 more weddings coming up too, so we'll give you the list after that too. It's ridiculous. This is ridiculous, to be frank with you. But anyways, we're here to celebrate Oneida Energy Project, one of the largest in Canada, one of the largest in the world. And I just want to apologize to the chief for these questions. But go ahead.
Premier, if this was a private, personal event, as you refer to it, why were lobbyists being invited to it and asked to make donations?
Well, again, Mike, we have a family that's been in politics for over 30 years. We know tens of thousands of people. People have known for 30 years. I don't look down the checklist. We have an open door policy at our home. I think you've been there, other people have been there. When we have an event, I don't ask for a list of names. When we have Ford Fest and 6,000 people show up to our house over a 5-hour period, I don't sit at the door with a metal detector and start checking names. Everyone's welcome to the Ford family home anytime we have an event. But again, thanks for the question.
Hi, Premier. Laura Stone, Globe and Mail.
Hi, Laura.
Can you disclose to Ontarians which developers you are personally friends with?
Wow, you know something? Okay, so I know hundreds of developers. I know hundreds of private sector folks. I know hundreds of healthcare workers and police officers. And I believe in growing the province. I believe in getting builders here. Just imagine if we didn't have builders that go out and build homes and build businesses and build infrastructure, we wouldn't be in the spot we are in Ontario.